Welcome back to Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. I'm Steven, and tonight, whenever the heck you're watching this, we are getting into bourbons that surprise the heck out of me. Or well, I should say newer bourbons that surprise the heck out of me. But before we get into that, please do me that favor, like, comment, and subscribe. That helps us out a ton, and we seriously appreciate the support. But let's get into today's video. So, today, like I said, I'm getting into bourbons that surprise the heck out of me. So these bourbons are in no particular order, as well as they're kind of, some surprise me in a good way and some surprise me in a bad way. So this isn't inherently a negative nor a positive video. This is just a video about bourbons that surprise me in a good way, as well as some in a not so great way. Not really in a bad way, just some that I was a little let down by. But let's get right into today's video, starting off with the one that kind of let me down the most. Elijah Craig Toasted Ryder Cup. This is a $100 variation of the Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. The Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel, really good bottle. Easily findable here in Arizona now for $65-ish, more or less. I just assumed with it being a limited that it would be like a higher class, fancier, better version of the Elijah Craig Toasted. This particular one is finished in European casks, where the other one is finished in toasted American casks. And I didn't like this one as much as just a standard toasted, and it is $35 more. That being said, I did not buy this bottle, so like, the pain didn't really hurt the same. I was just a little surprised with how disappointing it was. Like, I was really surprised with the fact that they tasted very similar. Like, the nuances, obviously there was a little bit more spiciness with the European oak than the American oak, but like, not really much more, especially coming from Heaven Hill, the Elijah Craig name, one of my favorite brands out there in bourbon. I was a little disappointed. But moving on to a variation of Heaven Hill's whiskeys that I didn't see coming. This bottle blew my freaking mind. Larceny B523. This bottle's a killer. This is gonna do really, really well in the end of the year blind. For those of you who do not know me historically, Larceny's are one of my least favorite bottles typically. The year ago, this B batch from 2022, I do not like. It is, for me, it's a drain pour. I haven't drain poured it because I keep whiskeys around for variations. Maybe someone who comes over will like it. You know, I keep whiskeys around. I usually don't drain pour. Like, I think I've drain poured Fireball and maybe another whiskey that I can't think of off the top of my head. But honestly, like, flavor-wise for me, like, I'm never going to drink that again. Like, it hurts me to my soul to drink that whiskey. But this one is incredible. This one blew my mind. This is such a good bourbon. It is a wheated bourbon, so it still has a little bit of that kind of softness, but I swear to God, this has to be ultra aged, because it also has this like dark, like chocolate, this like intense cinnamon. Like, the baking spices on this whiskey are insane. With fall coming up, this bottle is going to do really, really well during the fall time with those insane baking spices. This whiskey absolutely blew my freaking mind, and I'm so surprised. I'm going to be buying all the Larcenys moving forward because, like I said, again, I hated Larcenys before that. That's the first Larceny I've ever found where I was like, dude, these are incredible, and I'm really hoping moving forward, every batch of Larceny Barrel Proof is as good as that one. We're gonna kind of go a little bit in the negative direction, but not so much. I'm just surprised that Maker's 46 has changed. And if you don't agree with me, you know, I guess, yeah, it's your decision. You can think however the heck you want to think. That being said, Maker's 46 for the 2023 batch has definitely changed. One thing, which this is irrefutable, the batch. They're starting to batch these bad boys, which is cool because, you know, just like ECBPs or whatever, like, we can try different batch variations, compare them, see what's going on. That being said, with this new batch change, the profile, everything has changed a lot. previously they were intense, the mouthfeel, the oak, like the sweetness, like they weren't super spicy. They had like this little bit of like peppery spice going on, but it wasn't like this insane spicy bourbon. To me, this one drinks as if it is younger because it's less thick. The viscosity it's down. It's not as intense, and it is so much more French oak spicy. Like that spiciness, it's less of that vanilla custardy and so much more of the spicy flavor profile. Again, you know, I can't tell if it's younger or whatever the heck's going on, but definitely more French oak and less viscosity on this one than the other one. And I was really surprised that they changed the maker's 46 profile for the barrel proofs, because historically those are one of the few wheated barrel proofs I really liked. Maker's 46, still really, really good barrel proof, but not as good as I used to remember it to be. Stay tuned for the head-to-head. And then after that one, Doc Swenson's Bossa Nova. You've heard me talk about this one plenty of times before, so I'll skip over it pretty quick. This is MGP that has been finished in Brazilian Amburana casks, and I heard from plenty of people being like, hey, Brazilian Amburana cask, you know, like Penelope Rio, things of that nature, like you're gonna get this kind of like cinnamon toast crunchy thing. And I was like, okay, cool, like, yeah, let's give that a try. Like, I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You know, who doesn't like Cinnamon Toast Crunch? So, you know, yeah, I gave it a try. I didn't expect it to be as literal Cinnamon Toast Crunch as this is. Brazilian Amburana casks are my most exciting or most expectedly exciting finished whiskeys now. This bottle and this type of finishing has really opened up my mind to Brazilian Amburana casks, and now I honestly want to see everything finished in Brazilian Amburana. I'm really getting into cinnamon recently, like cinnamon whiskeys, like the Larceny hit me really hard. This Doc Swenson's hit me really hard. The next one, bits of cinnamon in here. That is Wild Turkey, Rare Breed, non-chill filtered. And you probably would have seen my reaction to this in a head-to-head recently, probably about a month or so ago. But I had a sample of this, and I compared it to the normal Wild Turkey Rare Breed. And honestly, going into it, I was like, it's going to be the same. Like, there's no big difference, because I didn't really believe in non-chill filtered versus chill filtered. I was like, whatever, like, you do whatever you want, you know, whiskey distillers. Wild Turkey, you need to stop chill filtering Rare Breed, because this non-chill filtered Rare Breed that's the Traveler's exclusive is some of the best, most surprising whiskey I've had this year. I think this might be the biggest surprise of this year so far, outside of maybe Larceny, but that's just kind of like, it really changed my mind as suddenly I really like a Larceny. But this bad boy it's that Wild Turkey Rare Breed, but if it tasted older, thicker, more viscous, more intensified, like this makes Rare Breed look like a cheap imitation of Rare Breed. And not to mention that that's in a liter size bottle, so it's a lot of whiskey. And two, it's cheaper somehow, because I got that bottle for like $35, and Rare Breed here in Arizona right now is around $50, $55-ish for just the 750. So definitely a steal at that. Moving out of bourbon, even though I said that this is a bourbon video, I had to add this because this one really surprised me. JD Bonded Rye. Dare I say the best budget bourbon? Best budget rye, geez. Okay, $33 or something like that in my area, 34, somewhere around that, 35s, below 35s. 100 proof bonded rye. 700 milliliter bottle. Really don't like that. Really grinds my gears. That being said, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. This bottle is such an incredible rye. Like, honestly, this might be the best value in rye under $50 now. Like, I can't think of anything. This is super complex, dark, rich, herbal. Like, it is an intense, a freaking fantastic rye. And it's only like $35. Like, this is on par with all those 95.5 MGP ryes that I really like. But seriously, this brings another level of complexity and intrigue that those bottles never will. To me, this is like the Old Forester 100 proof rye, but if you cranked it up a notch. This bottle is, you're going to be seeing a lot of this bottle here in the next few months because it's about to be fall time, baby. And that bottle surprised the heck out of me because I wasn't really blown away with the bonded bourbon. I've had JD rye before, like the 80 or 90 proof one that Jack Daniels was, and I was like, it's good. I was expecting it to be, oh, it's good. No, that's not good. That is incredible. But that is a wrap for today's video. Please do me that favor, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this video. Let me know what bourbons or even a rye, what have you been surprised with recently? Also, check out the Facebook, Instagram, and the Patreon. Links for all that stuff are down there below. That's a wrap. Cheers, y'all. We'll see you later.